Hello PokeMoshPit, Biolizard1 here, and today I'm gonna bring you a Black and White 2 overused match against CortexNebula. For the people that don't know me, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Biolizard1, and I have been bringing Pokemon Wi-Fi battles for over 4 years now. Last year I decided to quit for a while, but now I am back, and this battle is an example of what I do on my personal channel, so if you like what you see, then be sure to check me out and give me a subscription. Now, let's continue to this match. So, as you could have seen from the team preview, I'm using a Rain Dance team carrying both Thundurus T and Tornadus T and Politoed as my lead. My opponent's gonna lead off with Mamoswine, and I'm gonna go for a Scald first turn, trying to threaten out this Mamoswine. If it decides to stay in and go for Stealth Rocks, then he won't really appreciate the Scald coming in, so he's probably gonna switch out, but if he does switch out, I still have the 30% of burning my opponent's switching Pokemon. So I'm pretty satisfied with that. Gonna go for a Scald, he's gonna switch out into Tentacruel, and Tentacruel can basically do two things against me. It can either go for Scald or Toxic Spikes. And I'm pretty sure that my Thundurus T is gonna be able to take both of those moves pretty well. And he's gonna go for that Toxic Spikes, and I'm just gonna go for a Volt Switch straight off the bat because I thought that this Tentacruel is like a pesky little wall on my opponent's team that is gonna prevent me from sweeping the rest of his team with a Choice Specs Hurricane coming from my Tornadus T. But he predicts that it goes into Mamoswine, being part ground, my Volt Switch is not gonna be effective. And he's gonna go for an Ice Shard straight off the bat. Now I predicted that, and I just went into my Fortress, knowing that Fortress, this is actually a Fortress having fully invested in physical defense, so that means that his Ice Shard is just gonna do nothing. Now I'm gonna go for a Rapid Spin because of the simple reason that I have my Dugtrio with Focus Sash on my team, and I really don't want that Focus Sash to be wasted, so that's why I went for it. He's gonna switch out into his Hydreigon, and in the rain I thought that Flamethrower wouldn't do like bring me down to my sturdy ability, but he does get a critical hit, so that was unfortunate. And the reason I stayed in is because I thought that he might want to overpredict and go for a Draco Meteor or Dragon Pulse or something of that kind. That way I would have been able to scout him out, Volt Switch out, and go into something different that can take any move that this Hydreigon throws at me. But that was not really the case. I'm gonna switch out into my Dugtrio, knowing that he won't like this matchup because I'm faster. And he's gonna switch out. He's unable to switch out due to the fact he has Levitate, and he switches out into his Breloom. Now I'm gonna go for Stealth Rocks because of the simple reason that I really wanted entry hazards in this game, and I kind of predicted him to switch out his Breloom. Now I thought that this Breloom was going to go for Spore, which is not the case obviously, and therefore I switched into my Tornadus T because this Tornadus T actually carries Sleep Talk. So that was kind of a good move on my part, but he decided not to go for it. Anyway, let's go to this point of the match. He's gonna switch out into Tentacruel right now, thinking that I would go for a Stab Hurricane. But I'm just gonna switch out using U-turn, and this is just fabulous for me because this way I'm gonna be able to switch out into my Dugtrio and revenge kill this Tentacruel with a Stab Earthquake. Now this is just perfect for me, really, because now that this Tentacruel is out of the way, the chances of sweeping the rest of his team with either Genesect or Tornadus T is just increased a lot right now. He's gonna switch out into Keldeo because I'm not sure what Keldeo can do. I'm gonna go for Rock Tomb, trying to lower his speed by 1 stage in case he is Choice Scarfed. But he actually has Calm Mind. And yeah, I really don't know what I can do against this Keldeo. Never really faced one lately. So I'm just gonna go for an Earthquake, trying to get as much damage on this guy as possible. And I thought that he would go for some kind of water type move, but it decides to go for an Icy Wind, lowering my speed with 1 stage, and that is just awful for me because that way he's gonna be able to outspeed me next turn and finish me off with another Icy Wind. He's gonna go for another Icy Wind, maybe predicting me to switch out into a different Pokemon such as my 2 Genies, but I'm just gonna stay in because I really didn't think that Dugtrio had much part in this game at this point of the match. Anyway, I'm gonna switch out into my Tornadus T right now. I'm feeling pretty confident that I'm gonna be able to outspeed this Keldeo and go for a Stab Hurricane. being choice spexed and being stabbed, it's gonna do a huge chunk of damage to Keldeo and finish him off. Now he's gonna switch out into Mamoswine, and because I don't want to be revenge killed by an Ice Shard, I'm just gonna switch out into my Politoed, who I thought is going to be able to take that incoming Ice Shard pretty well, but he's gonna go for a Stone Edge, and at first I'm lucky because he's gonna miss his first Stone Edge, but on the second turn he's gonna hit it, and seeing how much damage that does, I'm pretty sure that Mamoswine is Choice Banded. And I was actually thinking that he would switch out because Mamoswine is basically the only Pokemon that can take out my two Genies. So that's the reason why I went for an Ice Beam, but strangely he decided to stay in. Next turn, I'm just gonna sacrifice my Fortress because he's nearly dead, because he's, at 1 HP is not much of a use after all. And I'm gonna switch out into my Thunderous T. I was gonna go for a superpower straight off the bat, thinking that it would hit anything hard on his team, but I totally forgot about the Deoxys D right here. And at this point I was thinking, this might pose a huge threat to me, because the Deoxys D, if he has Stealth Rocks and he sets them up, then I'm in real big trouble, because his Mamoswine would be able to maybe one-hit KO me with an Ice Shard, depends on if he's Adamant or Jolly Nature. But yeah, that was not looking very good for me, but he decides to go for a Nightshade while I'm switching into my Politoed. So that was kind of awkward, because I thought that if he goes for Stealth Rocks, then I'm gonna be able to survive one Nightshade and get off a rest and wake up with Resto Chesto. But yeah, that doesn't happen. He decides to go for 2 Nightshades in a row. But this is just perfect for me because of the fact that he stays in against me. I'm gonna be able to switch out into my Genesect, raise my special attack due to download, and go for a Bug Buzz. And this is a guy that is fully invested in special attack. With the special attack raise and the Life Orb, is gonna be able to take out this Deoxys D with a super effective Bug Buzz. Now he's gonna switch out into his Hydreigon, and if Hydreigon is not Choice Scarfed, then I'm gonna be able to take him out with a Bug Buzz as well. And yeah, Hydreigon isn't Scarfed, so that's great for me. Bug Buzz is gonna be able to take him out. The last 2 Pokemon on his team are Breloom and Mamoswine. He's gonna switch out into Breloom right now. I'm carrying Ice Beam as well, so that means that his Breloom is gonna die as well. He's gonna go for a Mach Punch, maybe hoping for a critical hit, but he's not gonna get that. So Ice Beam is coming into Breloom's direction, one hit KOing him, so that's great. And the last Pokemon on his team is Mamoswine. And I was thinking, if he has Ice Shard and gets a critical hit, then he might be able to even win the game. Yeah, if he has Adamant Nature, that is. But I'm just gonna go for a Bug Buzz straight off the bat, knowing that if I survive, Mamoswine is going to die. And that is the case, so I'm gonna survive the Ice Shard. He's not gonna get a critical hit, which means I'm gonna win the game 3-0. So that was a great game, an entertaining game, seeing some good Pokemon on both sides of the field. And yeah, this was kind of it. I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. Like I said, if you like this content, if you like this layout thing I'm doing, then be sure to check out my personal channel, because I have a lot of Wi-Fi battles that are using this layout. I bring OU, UU, and NU battles, 3 battles a week, so that's something you might be interested in. If you are, please check out my channel, and I will see you there. This was Biolizard1, signing out. Peace.